Hey, welcome back to our channel. I'm Jared from 3C's Recreation. Today we're going to show you guys some differences of the UForce 600 versus the UForce 1000. Come on inside. These two machines are very similar, but there's a lot of differences as well. In the last 2 years with COVID, people have just basically been buying whatever's on the showroom. It might not actually have been the machine that they really want, but hey, I've got the 2-seater, let's take that one. Or hey, we've got the 3-seat, the bench seat, let's take that as well. The UForce 600 is all new, so just this year we've started to receive these. In the past you had to buy like the bucket seat 500 or the 800. So this is going to be a huge model and a huge seller for us because the bench seat is a huge selling feature. So both of these machines share that bench seat. The big difference between both of these as far as the seating goes is this is a 2-seater and the UForce 1000 is a 3-seater. You actually have 3 legal seat belts in this one, where this one only has 2 seat belts. You see right away that the UForce 600 is actually a little bit taller than the UForce 1000. If your trailer, if it's an enclosed trailer and it's a 6'6" interior height, you're okay. We actually fit a UForce 1000 in a guy's 6-foot trailer yesterday. What we did is we let the air out of the tires, we took the roof off of it, and we had a couple guys sit in the back of it, and we got it to go up in his trailer, no problem. Obviously when he gets home, he's gonna reinstall the roof and air the tires back up. So we would recommend enclosed trailers at least go with a 6'6" interior height. That'll let you get up inside the trailer. You'll notice that both of these machines come with power steering. They both have a winch. They both have a roof. They actually weigh like 50 pounds within each other. This one's only 50 pounds heavier than the 600, which you would think isn't the case, but that's what it is. The 600 comes with a 25-inch tire, where the 1000 comes with a 27-inch tire. Oh, and just to recap, the winch, they're both a 3,500 pound winch, so no difference in rating on the winch between the two. They both have the arched front A-arms, LED lighting, but we can start to talk about some of the differences. So on the 600 here, in the front, what's nice about this is this whole hood opens up. We sold the Polaris Ranger for a long time, and this was a nice feature for the customers. All we do is we pull up on both sides, and we got to kind of pull out on the fenders as well. So we'll pull out on it, and then now this whole front hood opens. So what's nice about this is if you're cleaning your machine and you're washing it, you can get right in here with a pressure washer. We use a steam cleaner here at the shop. You always want to be careful around the radiator and grease points. You don't shoot a pressure washer into the area you're not supposed to. So on this 600, here's our coolant bottle, brake reservoir. This is our fuse panel. This is our winch contactor. So a lot of this stuff is super easy to see right up in the front. It's got great mud protection, obviously sealed off from the cab. So that's maybe one of the advantages of the 600 as far as cleaning it, is how easy this front opens. On the 1000, we don't have the ability to open that. Over here on this machine, the only thing that comes off is our center hood. This is all bolted on the sides. So this center hood pops off, and I can do that for you guys real quick. So you grab here, pull up here and here, then now I'm gonna push backwards on it. And so now our center hood is off. And again, a lot of the same stuffs, our coolant fill, our relays, brake reservoir, and then our winch contactor again, but a little bit trickier to get to because you have to use the grommets here in the hood panel to get that off. And it's not quite as easy to clean the 1000 because this whole thing doesn't flip up on us. If we go to the back of the machine, I can show you back there as well. Just set that there for a second. So let's go to the back. And back this way, I can open, so stay right there, and we'll tilt the bed on this one. And then kind of come under here with the back. What's cool about the CFMoto stuff is you have a ton of mud guards on to protect the mud from the wheel coming up near the engine. Back when we sold Polaris, they did not do this, and so all your rear wheel mud was coming directly up into the motor. And this is the same on both the 1000 and the 600. This is our air filter here. Oil fill is here. All these machines, when you buy them, you get the manual. It shows you where to check the oil, differentials, how to refill, how to change the oil. So it's really nice. You don't have to buy a separate shop manual. These machines on both sides, you can use the latch to raise the bed. And that's true with the 1000 as well. The battery is very easy to get to. It might be hard with the GoPro, but it's directly down here in this little pocket. So it's very easy to get to the battery on this one. And I'll open the dump box on this one. And so this is the 1000. Again, you got the nice mud guards that are protecting you from mud coming up underneath of here. And the battery on this one is directly right there, which is super nice. Air box is right here on this one. So I'll pull back a little bit, I'll show this one. They both have the tailgates that open. It's a little bit different though, so let me come to the back, we'll show that next. This tailgate opens in the center with a latch. And then if you come over to the 600 tailgate, we have 2 side latches that we're going to open, both sides, and then it just folds down in the middle. So that's one of the differences on the tailgates. And we'll show you what's cool on both models is they have reverse lights. So I'm just going to turn the key on here on both of these. And I'll put it in reverse, and then I'll put the UForce 1000 in reverse and turn the key. So you can see both of these have a really nice reverse light. Obviously the showroom is bright, so it's hard to tell. But at night, this is a huge advantage when you're backing up to a trailer or just in the woods or in the garage. So reverse lights are really cool. And then if you want to come up, we'll show you guys some of the cab features. So we'll talk about the 600 CForce or UForce first. So stay there and I'll come over to this side. So we'll start on this side. So right here it would be our steering wheel. It's going to be the same. A lot of these controls are identical. You've got the parking brake here. You've got your 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, and diff lock mode. We've got our light switches. We've got off, running, and then fully on, and then high beam, low beam. So those switches are identical. The way the steering wheel tilts is going to be the same. Key position's roughly the same. Then we got the kill switch. You got your gear selector. You've got the work mode and normal mode. Now we did separate videos on both the UForce 600 and the UForce 1000. So on our channel, scroll down and look for those videos. And we show these different modes being used in the video. So I don't want to go into depth on that too much. But they both have the USB ports, and I can just kind of show that real quick. It's really cool. And then the 12 volt here. And they both have plenty of under dash storage. Inside the glove box is where they've got the winch controller. So this is the plugged in controller, and these are right down here. Both of them are identical in that spot down there. And then they both come with the handheld remote as well. So both of them have this feature. Glove box is a little bit bigger on the 1000. They both have plenty of leg room to get in. And then now we'll kind of show you guys some of the features on the seat. So they both slide forward, a little bit different handle, but same feature. You just push down on the lever. Here, I'll give you back the GoPro. Put this away. So down here on the seat, you just push down on or pull up on the lever, and you can slide the seat backwards. Just back up a little bit just to show everybody how the whole seat's moving. So the whole seat moves on this. The 600 does have under seat storage, so if we pick up on this, we've got a nice little box under here. It's got the little tabs to keep it shut. So there's a really nice deep storage bin under the driver's side, and that's a bigger storage bin on the 600 than the 1000. And we'll go over that one next here in a second. And then we'll show you the storage under the passenger side as well. And so on the passenger side, they give you a funnel. It's kind of cool. It's built right into the storage bin here. But this is not removable. The storage bin is fixed. It does not come out. And then now we'll go over and look at the 1000. I'll show you guys some of the features in the cab on that one. You can stay right there, that'll work. And so all of these controls, they might be like the key switch is down a little bit more, but the function of all of these controls is identical. The 1000 display is a little fancier when you start this display, and I show all this in our separate UForce 1000 video. But between the normal mode and the work mode, you can see the whole dash is changing there. But just for comparisons, zoom back out a little bit here. And on this one, this seat you actually push down on the lever and slide it forward and back, so it is adjustable. And there's a lot of adjustment. You can go all the way forward, you can bring this wheel down with the other one as well, so you can accommodate a lot of riders. But I'll show you guys under the seat on this model. It's a shallower bin. You can see how shallow this is. There's no lid on this side. So this is the UForce 1000 under the driver's seat. And then if you want to go ahead and back up and back out, we'll pick up that seat on that one. And I guess we should mention on the bench seat on the UForce 1000, this folds down. So if it's just 2 riders, you now gain 2 more cup holders and some more storage. So the backrest on the middle person can come down, which is nice. And then to get under here, we're just going to pull up on both sides. And we pull up on this. And it's probably really dark on the GoPro, but there is storage down here next to your ECU, which you don't really want to, you know, put anything heavy next to this, but there is some storage there. And then go ahead and back up there, Braxton. And this is going to be our removable storage bin on the 1000, which is super cool. You can take this out, you can fill it with tools. So the 1000 does have a bigger storage bin there. And while we're in the cab, I'm going to grab the tape measure to give you guys the width difference. So let me, oh, you got it in your pocket, sweet. So I'll come over next to you, let's do that. So this is the UForce 1000, and usable bench seat width on this one is roughly 53 inches wide on this seat. And keep in mind, you do gain that 3rd person seat belt in the middle. And if you come over here, we're at 47, 48. So, you know, it is quite a difference between the 2 models. You know, you're 5 or 6 inches different on the seat. So keep that in mind. You don't have much of, there's not a legal middle seat here, but if you have a little puppy or dog, they can sit in the middle there. So that's one of the differences. And then also, so when customers are choosing what model to buy, for my customers that have grapes, we're down by Lake Erie, there's a lot of grape rows down there. The narrowness of this helps them whenever the grapes are in full swing. You can still get down the grape row. If you have a lot of tight trails, they'd rather have the 600. For the, let me turn the headlights back off on that. A lot of guys with the bigger property, they got the farm, they like the 1000. If you got all your hunting gear on, a lot more room for 2, even 3 people to sit inside of this one. Cab room, I think the 600 might be a little tighter. So if I'm 6'5", if I sit inside of this, it feels good, but it's a little bit tighter on the outside. And I got plenty of headroom, but if I go ahead and I go back over here and sit in the 1000, there's definitely a little more leg room. And the way that this outside bar, I definitely gain a lot more elbow room. So if I have like a thick jacket on, and then the knee room here too. So I think the 1000's a little bit bigger cockpit. So for my bigger customers, they're gonna lean toward the 1000 as well. There is quite a difference in horsepower. This one's almost 80 horsepower, and that's at 40. So it's almost double the power between the 600 and 1000. Not always is that important though. We live in Western New York. There's a lot of tight trees, a lot of tight trails. Most customers are driving at 15 miles an hour. And I actually think that the less power is better for a lot of my customers. They're not scared, it's not overpowering. So keep that in mind when you're making the purchase. Do you need 1000? You can do a winch or a plow on both of these. We would do like a 66-inch plow on the 600, and we would probably recommend a 72-inch plow on the 1000. We do have a 1000 right here behind. It's got a full cab, full doors. We just did a video on YouTube on that one as well. So if you subscribe to our channel, you're going to get updates on all the videos that we do. And there's a full video on that 1000. So that's a great candidate for a full plow kit. You can do the hydro angle, which we do a lot of that. That's where you can angle the plow right from inside the cab with its own cylinder. It's a really nice feature. So hopefully that helps. This was just a rundown video of a UForce 600 versus the new UForce 1000. I am Jared from 3C's Recreation. Stay tuned, subscribe to our channel. We do a lot of beta content, a lot of CFMoto stuff. We're a family-owned dealership in Western New York. If you're local, we'd love to work with you. Thanks for tuning in.